So in my final semester as a sandbox tutor, I took on the micro internship program offered by Professor Fraudenberg and partner companies. So in addition to my regular hours of drop-ins, appointments, and the review sessions, those all were reduced a little bit, so I could work 4 to 5 hours a week on um, a micro internship program with the software engineering company aPriori. So my task when I was brought on was to come up with a software web-based solution for their onboarding process. I was presented with an Excel sheet that hiring managers would fill out to detail information about like employees, like, where they were based, what their name, email, social security number was, what their like specific role was, and what access permissions were needed. So I began about using some of the technologies that I knew, and then tried to also throw in some new ones to learn. So I had learned how to make fully functioning web servers, multi-tiered applications using like web servers and databases and HTML and PHP from CS380, which is multi-tiered application development. So I started using the ones I knew for that, which was PHP as the server-side language, and then HTML and CSS to actually design the page. And I made a change though from storing it in MySQL, which I knew of, to Mongo database. So I worked at this a little bit at a time, about 4 hours a week. And every week I met with one of their programmers just for advice and just as a regular check-in. And every other week I met with the direct like managers to present progress on the application. So going through this, I eventually hit a bit of a snag around spring break. I had to cut out about 2-3 weeks of work on this project since I got COVID. And I got it in an inopportune location when I was traveling in Barcelona. So I was stuck there and couldn't work. Didn't have my computer for aPriori. So yeah, so I got a little bit delayed and couldn't fully realize the project. But I was able to eventually get everything up and fully working. I did have to make a change at one point from the Mongo database to SQL because I was working with a Mac from aPriori, which I was not super familiar with. And I couldn't really get the driver connection between PHP and Mongo totally working, but I was able to figure out the differences of how like SQL with structured databases work and non-structured databases differ in functionality. So this was a really great opportunity, I think, to learn about how programming works, especially how software engineering jobs would work in the real world. As lots of our programming courses here, we have to like kind of learn by ourselves for academic integrity purposes and just like because everyone's at a different place. But it really is supposed to be like a team effort in like the actual workplace where everyone does the best of what they know, and work with others to figure out new things and get and pick up where others can't figure out different stuff. I was also able to tie this into my like final honors capstone project, using it as like an example of how like you can learn different technologies and the different ways of learning like coding in a classroom and like hands-on experience. So I definitely recommend, if you are given the opportunity, to like get some of your hours in the sandbox working with like another company so you can get more hands-on experience than just the reinforcing of what you know via tutoring.